Drizzy Drake, my boy, my man, my little special angel. I don't know why I called him that. Drake is the biggest rapper out right now. That's not a question. This man pulls in crazy numbers. He has a huge fan base, huge discography, tons of music, and he's easily going to be a hip-hop legend, and I'm never going to deny that. But as few times as I've had to review Drake, I've reacted to all this stuff, but I've never really discussed how I feel about, like, I haven't really fully fleshed out how I feel about him as an artist. And for me, he's okay. I think for me what it is it's like Drake used to be great for me. You know, those early 2010s, and I'll talk more about this in my ranking of his discography coming soon, but his early 2010s, projects like Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, If You're Reading This, were just really great albums, super fun and really enjoyable stuff. But then ever since Views came out, for me, he's just not done a ton I love. He's done tons of tracks I love, but for me, his past few studio albums have been really lackluster to me. They've been overly long and not really worthy of that long runtime. And there have been some moments that he has really pulled through for me. I did enjoy Dark Lane demo tapes last year. I found the Care Package had a lot of moments I really liked. And he's done a ton of features and independent tracks since then that I really liked. But to be honest, when I went into Certified Lover Boy, I went into this album just hoping he would deliver something. I was hoping there was a sound I was hoping for from this album. Judging by the cover art, a song like Laugh Now, Cry Later, and generally everything surrounding this album, I was getting this vibe from this album that he was going to try and do this kind of, kind of self-aware, kind of fun sound. And I was really hoping for that because I really want him to, pull through with that sound. I think that's a great sound for him. And I think it's a better sound than what he's gone with. But once I saw this album was an hour and 26 minutes, my worries went up. We didn't get any singles from it really, and the cover art was truly trash. So I was hopeful for this album. I really was hopeful that Certified Lover Boy would pull through. And I went into this album hopeful for something kind of more 2015 Drake. I wasn't expecting something as good as that. Just something that takes what I felt like were improvements like Care Package and, Dark Lane demo tapes, and took those improvements and went up with them. So I was hopeful, but nervous, but still hopeful. We open with Champagne Poetry, which is a very Drake intro, but it's not bad. It's okay to me. The beat is pretty nice. The flow is pretty nice. Shockingly, this is one of the more low-key songs on the album that I do like. But overall, I guess just for me, it's not that amazing of an intro. But, as an intro, it works. It does its part. It does this kind of vibey sound to it. Overall, it's nothing bad. It's nothing to say is trash, but it could be, better. I don't know. I don't think it's a terrible intro to an extent. I just don't love it. Next we got Papi's Home, which is quite the fucking banger. And I will admit there's a ton of bangers on this album. There's actually a lot of tracks that are very fun. This is one of the most fun for me. The beat is really well done. The sample is really fun. Drake uses the sample very well, being very braggadocious, confident, egotistical. It's the sound I really like from Drake. Because for me, Drake loves to do a lot of sounds. And I love artists who love to do that. But unlike artists like Kanye who do a ton of sounds and like Kendrick who do a ton of sounds, Drake doesn't pull off all those sounds very well. However, his braggadocious banger sound clears so many rappers. This man, when he bodies a trap beat, oh my God, he bodies it. He has some of my favorite verses in hip hop, like in the whole genre. This man can body a trap beat. This is one of those examples where he just bodies the beat, and it is so entertaining and fun. And overall, it's one of the highlights on this album for me. Girls Want Girls is an alright track. I like the kind of smooth, vibey sound to it. Lil Baby gives a very fun verse, which now makes it 2 times Lil Baby has murdered Drake on his own track. But overall, it's a fun verse. I really like the track. It's very vibey. I do find the lesbian line a little weird. But I can get past it, and overall I can say, it's an enjoyable song. We got In the Bible, which this is kind of where the album just starts to go down for me. Because at the beginning of this album, I was like, okay, we're getting something really good here. And then it just kind of falls apart for me. This song is okay. Drake is really boring on it, though, for me. I don't think he delivers anything catchy or fun. The beat is dry and boring as fuck. And Drake just doesn't do anything interesting. There is a definite reminisce of Views on this album, where he kind of wants to go back to that sound. And okay, I mean, the thing is I don't like Views, so I don't like this then. Because for me, what Views it was like, imagine The Weeknd's early mixtapes, like House of Balloons and Echoes of Silence and Thursday, which I already hot take, don't think are that amazing. They're good. House of Balloons is a good mixtape, but calling it great is even a stretch for me. It's just pretty good for me. And I say the same about the other two. But the thing that makes those mixtapes so good is The Weeknd's very amazing voice, his radiating, beautiful voice. Drake really wants to have that voice, but this man doesn't have that amazing of a voice to me. The only time where I feel like Drake's singing has really hit me really well would have to be Marvin's Room. There's very few moments where I feel like Drake's voice is that amazing, and I don't think he can make a very dry, kind of just plain beats very colorful like a Frank Ocean or The Weeknd can. Drake just can't do that. And he really thinks he can. And he does it so many times in his album. However, what makes this song okay to me is Lil Durk and Giveon actually do very well. Giveon especially, I thought he fit very well. I really liked his verse. Overall, though, Drake kind of makes the song not as good. Love All is shockingly not that good for me, which is weird because, Jay-Z is like in my top 5 favorite rappers to ever live. I love this man to death, but for some reason, he's just kind of boring on it. It has its kind of fun elements to it, but neither artist really does anything to it. The beat is very dry again. It's kind of boring. For me, I just didn't care about it. Sadly, Jay-Z just kind of lacks on this for me. Fair Trade, though, is another track where I feel like the track was kind of boring, but the feature kind of saved it. I will admit, I do think the hook is kind of catchy, and I do like that. But Travis is the part that really makes this song work. He has a very revisitable, fun verse. Overall, Travis usually lands for me, and I quite enjoy the song. It's not amazing, but I do enjoy it for what it is. Next, we got Way Too Sexy, which I'll admit is probably the most fun song on this album. This song is the song where I feel like the idea of Certified Lover Boy, this very corny, kind of cringy lover boy kind of sound, it does it very well. It's very self-aware, stupid song, but it's very fun in that. I think my favorite element about this song is Future's hook. I think Future just did a great job with this hook. He brought the perfect energy to the beat of making it this very corny, fun, like, I'm too sexy for this, that. It makes it very entertaining. The music video is perfect, too. I love it. Drake and Young Thug are really solid on it, too. I think overall it's a very fun song. My favorite part has to be that Future hook, but overall, it's a fun time. I really do enjoy it. Then the middle part of this album. Oh my God, the middle part of this album is a slog to get through. TSU is boring as fuck. I don't even have like a take on it. It's just so dry and lame. Like, there's nothing interesting about this song. I cannot tell you anything I cared about it. In Too Deep is slightly cool. It has a kind of cool guitar sample, but it's not like used that well, and it doesn't really go anywhere. It's just another kind of boring track to me. But Future doesn't really add anything. He's good on it, but mostly because I usually enjoy Future. But for me, this is a pretty lame track, but it could have been great. Pipe Down for me is a track that was really good when I first heard it, but I think it's kind of grown off me. The energy on the track just doesn't hold up all that well for me, but it's fun. It has its nice beat. It has its perks. It's just not the best banger on this album. Yeba's Heartbreak is kind of the television of this album. I cannot tell you why this is on here. It's not even like Yeba has that amazing of a voice and not that amazing of a content. It's just kind of this weird interlude thing. And I'm cool with interludes, don't get me wrong, and it is kind of in the middle point, so I'm fine with that, but I don't get why it was here. Next, we got No Friends in the Industry, okay? This is a great song. This is another good song here. Super fun banger. The beat is really fun. Drake gives a very perfect, fun style to it. Overall, it's just a very fun track, and it's very fun content sound to it, too. Ego, it's just enjoyable as fuck. Knife Talk is surprisingly not as good as I hoped. If you guys don't know, I'm a massive 21 Savage fan. I love this dude. So I was very excited to know he was on the album. There's another feature on this. I don't remember who it is. I don't think it really was that important to me. But for me, the thing that kind of made this song kind of lame to me was I felt like 21 just did his 2017 kind of, Issa album Bank Account sound, which I like. Bank Account's a fun song. But it's just not what makes him a very special artist to me. Because I think 21 Savage is one of the best trap artists ever. But I only think that's been the case since 2018. Like, ever since he's been doing stuff like... Actually, I'd actually probably say since Without Warning. I think that's where it started for me. And everything he's dropped since Without Warning has been really solid. And last year he dropped Savage Mode 2, which was just a great album. But for me, I feel like he just didn't really give his fun, very dark gangster sound that I really enjoy. Also, he had the sing, but I mean, I don't have anything against 21 Savage now. This doesn't sway my hype at all for what he has coming next. He had that Spiral track this year, which was incredible. So I love the dude. I just wasn't blown away by this. Also, he had My Life with J. Cole. Amazing song. Top 10 song of the year. Overall, it's not as good as I hoped. It has its elements too, but it's not that amazing. Next, we got 7 a.m. on Bridal Path, which I like mainly because of the rhyme scheme. I think he has a very impressive rhyme scheme on his album, and his flow is really good. That's the part I like. The beat just doesn't do anything for me, and the content of the actual song doesn't do anything for me. I think this is where that one Kanye diss comes in, and it's kind of okay diss. It's an alright diss. It's not that amazing. It's not that like poignant, devastating to me, but it's good, you know. Next we got Race My Mind, which I truly don't care. I don't have anything to say about it. It's boring. Next we got Fountains, which I think is my least favorite song. I truly dislike this song on a whole other level. Mainly because I feel like it was just the more boring version of One Dance. And I'm one of those guys that does not like One Dance. I don't care what you tell me. That song was boring as fuck and overplayed as fuck. So now it's just trash to me. It has its kind of fun energy to it, but just the style and sound to it, it even sounds a bit messy at some points. For me, One Dance was not a good song. But goddamn, does Fountains prove wrong that he could have done that song way worse. This song is just so uninteresting. Not only is it a boring song, it is just so unoriginal for Drake. I could not care for the song unless Thames is on it. Her vocals are boring as fuck. I don't really care about the song. However, the album continues to be this very inconsistent slog, because we get Along Better, which is a really good song with Ty Dolla $ign giving great vocals and using this very kind of somewhat large beat very well. I've heard people call this a very special moment on the album, and I might actually agree. I think I really like the song. Next we got You Only Live Twice, which would not be that good if Rick Ross and Wayne didn't body this. Like, Rick Ross gives this great flow and verse. Drake does okay for me, but he does okay for me. Like, Rick Ross just kills it, though. Wayne, what is this man doing? This man's feature run in 2021, incredible features, poignant verses, fun punchlines. Supposedly, I'm Not a Human Being 3's coming out. I cannot wait. Hearing Wayne do like On This Energy, if I can imagine that for like 10 to 15 banger songs. Oh my god, I'm Not a Human Being 3 will be the best of the trilogy and a classic. And Carter 6, Dedication 7, I can't wait for what Wayne's going to win next. I pray he gets some of that out by the end of the year, because he's in my top 10. I love this dude. But this is one of my favorite verses, I think, I adored this verse. Next we got IMY2, which features Kid Cudi, shockingly. And they do very well on it. This song was really weird to me because I was like, wait, Kid Cudi's on an album with Drake? You know, the two that feuded? You know, Kanye's best friend, or like one of his best musical friends, and they fit very well over it, though. There's nothing really bad about this song. I feel like they both vocalize very well. I love Kid Cudi. I think he's a great artist, and I think they actually do very well. I really like the song. Overall, it's very fun. We got two last songs here. We have Fucking Fans, which is kind of It's a very weird title, and it's very boring and unimpressive, so I just don't care about it. The Remorse is a nice outro. I kind of have a very similar take on this one that I did with Champagne Poetry, as it works as an outro, but I don't think it's that amazing. I also wouldn't say I think it's nearly as good as Champagne Poetry. I think Champagne Poetry has a very nice flow and style to it. Remorse doesn't really do anything that interesting to me, but the piano sample is great, and I do really like the way it ends the album off on kind of a more touching, soft note. I think it's a nice outro. I just don't love it. Overall, though, man, oh man, was this album inconsistent as fuck. I'm so surprised at how many points Drake decided to tease me by showing how good he could have been, and then decided to just go back to the boring Views sound. For me, this album is a mixed bag, and unfortunately it's a mixed bag, because I did go and really want to like this. And this is not as bad as Scorpion or Views or More Life. Actually, More Life's not that bad, I'll admit. But it's comparatively to, like, the last couple mixtapes, I don't think I like this as much as them. Because for me, what would have made Certified Lover Boy a solid album is I think there's a lot of things that could have been cut. But making it 15 tracks is the key. Drake, do it. Stop making hour and 20-minute albums. No one likes it. No one. I know this man is so focused on streams at this point to the point where he'll make a 21-song album, an hour and 26 minutes, and he'll risk just putting out trash music now. Because honestly, there's a good album in Certified Lover Boy. There are at least 10 to 15 songs I would say are enjoyable or have enjoyable elements to them. But for some reason, he still goes with this very boring, dry Views sound. And we all know that Views was kind of a marketing scheme. If you research into that album, it was very much the start of artists. Drake kind of started the trend of realizing, hey, you put 20 songs on a fucking album, yeah, it'll suck, but you'll get tons of streams. At the end of the day, Certified Lover Boy just kind of results in being a half fun but half boring album. I feel like there are moments on this where he goes back to that like confident, braggadocious sound. And I even like Nothing Was the Same. Nothing Was the Same doesn't really push that banger sound as much as like If You're Reading This did. But if he kind of did the sound that he did on Nothing Was the Same and Take Care, it would be great. But instead what he goes for one of these songs is just energetic, less dry bullshit. There are songs that are very fun. I actually think I'll be listening to Papi's Home, Way Too Sexy, Girls I Want, Champagne Poetry, You Only Live Twice. The other ones, No Friends in the Industry. There's a ton of songs that are really based on this album. Way more songs that are based on this album than Scorpion. But as an album, I actually think this lacks more than Darkline demo tapes for me, just mostly because of runtime and consistency. This album was just an inconsistent mess to me. But in that inconsistent mess, there's something great. But the result is still something that I feel like Drake could have made much better. This could have been a lot better of an album, but we're kind of given a kind of meh album. But I will say this album feels much shorter than Scorpion. It feels much shorter. Shockingly, because it's like 4 minutes shorter, but it actually feels shorter for me. Overall, I would say Certified Lover Boy, I'm giving this album a C. That might seem a little negative, but I think when you make an album as inconsistent as this and is half good, half bad, 5 out of 10 sounds about right. I don't hate this, and I'm still hopeful for Drake. But I am at this point now, me just thinking, okay, maybe I should only get excited for a Drake project when it's a mixtape, because this man bodies mixtapes better than he does albums. Overall, though, Certified Lover Boy, I'll say I was pretty disappointed. Was hoping for a lot more. If you're wondering what's better, this or Donda, fuck you. Upcoming reviews I got this Friday. I got some stuff I kind of want to do, but I'm gonna do both a ranking of Kanye and Drake's discography because they both have big discographies. They both have important discographies. So I rank both of them. I'll also include a bunch of mixtapes for Drake's. I'll only do solo projects for Kanye though. Other than that though, there's the new Baby Keem album this Friday, which I won't react to, but I'll definitely review. Is that all that's coming out this Friday? I think there's something else supposedly coming out on Friday. I need to look. I know September's got a couple other things. Next Friday we got the new Montero, and we got the new I think Party Never Ends by Juice WRLD is coming next Friday, which I'm hyped as fuck about. I've been hyping this album up for a couple months now. I'm very excited for it. Let's see what we got here. If we go to the September kind of outline here. This Friday, we also got the Hitler Wears Hermes 8 Side B, which I think I'll review Side A and B then. I didn't review Side A because I didn't really think it was much to talk about, but I think I was also a little let down by Side A. But if Side B is great, then I'm excited as fuck for this. However, on Monday, we got Narcissus by Playboi Carti, which I will consider reacting to. I will consider this. I'm not sure I will, but I really am liking Playboi Carti soon. I will re-listen to Dial It and Self-Titled tonight to see if they've grown on me so I can get hyped up for this new Playboi Carti. I'm excited for it, though. Yeah, next Friday we got Lil Nas X and we got supposedly Juice WRLD. And I also do think this month we'll be getting that new Travis Scott record. But now that we've got Donda and Certified Lover Boy, I think a lot more releases will be coming out because I think a lot of people were waiting for those two albums because these are two of the biggest albums of the year. Also, apparently we have song names from Kendrick, so it's possible Kendrick's record is coming out soon. I can't fucking wait. Like my favorite rapper ever, my second favorite kind of, but in terms of a rapper, like as a rapping ability, he's my favorite, so I cannot wait for Kendrick. My most hyped record of the year. See you guys next time. Peace out. Puff Daddy's dropping a new album. Peace out. Bye. Punk on October 15th. I'm excited. Sorry, I'm excited as fuck for that new Young Thug. Bye.